There's Gray. Hey, Gray.
In the house, Batcat in the house.
He's in the house, baby.
So happy
big
to
love
see
boat.
you.
It is a big love boat now. Now it's a big love boat. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, but you would have to be living under a rock to not know, who just joined our illustrious chat about Batman and Catwoman, Miss Gray Griffin. Woo!
Hi.
And if you are living under a rock, I'm totally interested in dating you. So join the chat. That's my
You're
type.
her type. You're exactly her type.
See, this is why probably you booked Catwoman. You definitely come. Every move you make has seductive something or other in there. But we'll get to that in a minute. So Gray is known for voicing Catwoman. I think you started the same time I started Harley, right? It was the Arkham games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I replaced a famous person. I remember getting a last-minute call. I don't know who the famous person was, but they just called me and said, like, how soon can you get to Warner Brothers Studios? And I was like, yeah, I can go there now. And I had no idea what it was. And then I got in there, and I'm like, wait, is this? Because I had heard, the rumblings, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm Cat. And then I said, is this just Scratch? This is probably just Scratch. And they're like, no, it's no pun intended, but I got it.
Is it just?
I get it. Scratch for Catwoman.
Separate of that, let's talk about that love story. And Gray, have you had experiences where you're at cons and you meet people dressed as Batman and Catwoman that are couples or live their life as them or have stories like that?
Oh, yes, all the time. And then also, the comic book that came out where I was so excited about their wedding that was happening. Like, the dress was all designed. It was amazing, everything. And then, of course, if anybody hasn't read the comics, it was kind of a spoiler. It didn't happen. But I loved it. I know a lot of people were really mad about it and they felt like it was like a bait and switch and everything. But I loved it because I feel like it's like if Sam and Diane get together and end up married,
The tension is gone, right?
That comic was like front page news. Like that was a big news story when that comic book came out, showing the importance still of comics. I actually tried to get in touch with the artist, but Jim Lee, he didn't text me back. It's fine. Sorry. Oh yeah. And at that time, do either of you remember getting fan mail or notes that people wanted to ever toy with the relationship between Batman and Catwoman? They have a very cat and mouse type relationship. Was that ever something you discussed for this animated series, either via the fans or the producers?
The producers got a lot of those letters and questions and why isn't there? And we always tried to create a little bit of tension between them.
There was always a sexual tension between the characters, right?
I think
right. And since the beginning of their inception, there has been, since the beginning of time, it's always been that, because sometimes she's an adversary and sometimes she helps him and sometimes... and so,
it's like marriage, just like a marriage.
And just like a marriage. When you think about those two characters, they're both successful, wealthy humans, people, right? They don't have superpowers. They don't have anything.
Right.
They're just people, extremely wealthy with an alter ego that allows them to do that thing that they feel the drive to do. And she steals and he tries to stop her. But I think sometimes, and Kevin, you can address this, I think sometimes he doesn't really want to stop her. I don't think he really cares that she's stealing a diamond. It's his job to abide by the law. I don't think he really cares that she's stealing diamonds from a wealthy organization that should be giving that money to some good cause. How do you feel about that, Kevin?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think...
He was looking at that catsuit, yo. He's
like, whoa, mama. No,
he was a fighter, too. She was a really good martial artist.
Set sail with us on The Shipper Show. Find us where you find your favorite podcast.
Because we's all about the love, yo.
We's all about the love.